Hello, beautiful people. Welcome or welcome back to Alexis Faye Yoga. I'm so very glad that you've decided to join me today. Now for today's practice, we'll be doing a feel-good flow with lots of twists and yummy, playful movements. If that sounds good to you, go ahead and roll out your mat, hit the like and subscribe buttons down below, and we'll flow right into it. Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to another week of yoga. Stay firm. Sending that right foot back. Now we will begin our practice today on the floor in a Shavasana. Making our way to a full body stretch, reaching the arms up overhead and pointing with the toes, taking up space here and bringing some large breaths all the way down to the abdomen, and then fully letting the breath go. With our next exhale, we'll slide the forearms down to our cactus pose, walking the shoulder blades in towards the spine, reaching the fingertips to the back of the mat. And we'll start to walk the bottoms of the feet in, and then take them towards the outer edges of the mat, planting the back into the earth. If you need to lift the hips and tuck them forward, go ahead and do so. And we'll start to windshield wiper the knees side to side, dropping both knees over in the same direction, picking them up through center and over to the other direction. Now, if it is uncomfortable on your shoulders or your back to have your arms up like this while stretching side to side, you can always bring your hands down to your abdomen or out along your sides. We have another option as well, to lift the feet up off the mat and continue to windshield wiper side to side as we heat up the core. I'll take the knees back up towards the ceiling and heel toe the feet in line with the hips. Now guiding the left knee up to the chest, we'll extend the right leg out long and set it down. Now either placing the palm on top of the left knee and making some hip circles out to our side, or taking our right hand to the bottom of the foot and find a laying pigeon pose by pulling the inside of the leg closer towards the chest. Again, we can find a slight rocking side to side here, or hip circles out to the side. Now, if we are holding onto the foot, we'll let it go so that the shin is in line with the rest of our body before we guide that left knee over to our right side and extend the left arm out from the shoulder. Finding a gentle twist here with either the eyes up towards the ceiling or the eyes over towards our left hand. We'll untwist through the spine, give the left knee another big squeeze into the chest, and we'll switch out legs, extend the left long, and bring the right in. Now again, we can make those hip circles out to the side, or find our laying pigeon by guiding the inside of our shin towards the chest, and maybe finding a little rocking side to side. Now if we're holding onto the foot, we'll let it go before guiding our right knee over our left side for a gentle twist. And we'll untwist through the spine again. Guide the right knee and the left knee up to the chest. We'll lift the chin to the chest and roll into a tight ball, maybe rocking side to side. And maybe rocking forward and back. From here, we'll make our way to our tabletop. So we can either rock forward and back to lift us to a seat, or we can rock all the way over to one side and press our way up and around. Now we'll find our breath. With an in-breath, we'll shine the chest forward, lift the hips, and lift the eyes as we lower the stomach. With our exhale, press into the earth to arch up through the mid-back, tuck chin to chest and tailbone under, and we'll move back and forth with the breath. Good, and back to our tabletop. We'll walk the hands just a little further out in front of the shoulders and tuck the toes under. Send the hips up and back behind for our down dog. And we can wiggle out here. Now we'll shift further forward, coming through our plank pose, and we'll lower all the way down to the floor. Now slide your left knee out to the side of the mat. Toes are still pointed down the mat. And we'll take a moment here to press the hips down towards the floor in our half frog. You can always slide your forearms forward and come into a Sphinx pose if that is more comfortable in your body. And now we will guide our right hand over to the left side of our mat and bring our left hand on top of our right. Now, like our hands are an alligator's mouth, we'll open our big old mouth out to the side and find a gentle twist. And then we'll close our alligator mouth. Bring our left hand back and up and over onto our right hand. And we'll slide that left hand in front of the right, cross the arms. And we'll settle a little more weight onto the arms as we open up across the shoulder blades and the upper back. And now our right hand, that one that's closest to our body, will unthread and move over towards our right side. Now we can settle the head onto our left arm. And we're finding a little twisting here, but this time we're twisting more with the upper spine. And with our other twist, we are twisting more with the lower spine. Taking the eyes over to our right side. We'll lift the head and bring that right hand over to our left side, moving in front of our left arm. And again, we'll settle down, adding a little more weight to the forearms. Rolling slightly towards our right to give us the space to lift up. And from here, we're going to find a baby cobra, still with that left knee out towards the side. With an in-breath, we'll lift the chest, lift the eyes, light weight in the hands. With our exhale, we'll settle down. This time we can find a larger cobra pose if you would like, by pressing further into the floor, lifting the eyes forward. And then again, we'll settle down. And we'll slide that left leg back in line with the body. And maybe wiggle the hips side to side to help us reset. Before we slide the right knee out towards the side, point the toes down the mat. And we'll pause here. Again, we can move up to our Sphinx pose by pressing our weight into our forearms. Or we can stay down low. Now we'll reach that left hand over to our right side and place our right hand on top. Now, like we're opening our big old crocodile maw, open up through the right, reach the right hand to the left. And we can take the eyes up or follow the right hand. Now we'll close our alligator mouth and bring the right hand over towards our left side in front of our left arm. Pressing a little more into the ground, let the neck be soft. Open up across the collarbones, across the shoulder blades. And we'll slide our left hand, the arm that's closer to our body, out and over towards our left side. Now we can bring our head to our forearm of our right, or we can let it hang. We'll find a little bit more twisting with our upper spine this time. Now we'll bring that left hand out in front of our right arm and soften towards the floor. We'll lift up, roll slightly towards our left side to help us Twist our arms. Bring the hands underneath of the shoulder blades. We'll find a baby cobra with an inhale, lightweight in the hands. Exhale to soften. One more time. This time we can lift up a little higher if you would like, or we can stay down low. And with our exhale again, we will soften. Slide the right knee in line with the body. Find a little wiggling out. And we'll bring the hands underneath of the shoulders. Tuck the toes under. Press the hips up and back for our down dog. Wiggle out some more. And we'll drop our knees down and walk them out a little further from each other. Bring the big toes in to touch or point at each other. And then we'll drop the hips back for child's pose. Bringing our forehead or the top of the head down to the mat. We'll slide the hands in towards the body. So now we're sitting on the legs, lifting up nice and tall through the spine. We can always tuck the toes under to stretch out the plantar fascia, or we can move to an easy seat if that is more comfortable in our bodies today. We'll bring one hand down to the floor beside us, and we'll lift the other arm up and over for side stretch. We'll lift up through center and move to the other direction, and we'll flow side to side at a pace that feels right to you. We'll lift back up, and then we'll lift onto the knees and tuck the toes under. Bringing the hands around to the low back, fingertips point down the body. We'll pull the shoulder blades in towards the spine and then down a little further. Now lifting the chest and the eyes up, pressing forward slightly through the hips, finding a variation to our camel pose. And if you would like, you can find a camel pose or you can stay here. We can also play around with aspects of our camel pose by dropping one hand back and keeping the other up on the body, and then switching sides, or dropping both hands back to our heels, lifting the chest. Now slide the eyes down the wall to give us a little more space to lift back up out of our camel pose. We'll walk the hands forward, out in front of the shoulders, tuck the toes under, and send the hips up and back to our down dog. We'll wiggle out some more. We'll lift the feet and walk them just a little bit closer towards the hands. Press down through the heels. Lift onto the toes and take another step forward towards the hands and then press down through the heels. Again, lift up onto the toes, take another step forward, press down through the heels, and again, stepping forward, continuing until we make our way all the way up towards our hands. With an in-breath, we'll find a halfway lift, pressing onto the toes, reaching forward with the top of the head, flattening out the back. With our exhale, we'll forward fold. Nodding the head yes, and shaking the head no. Letting the arms be heavy. We'll add a little more bend to the knees. And really slowly, we'll start to roll up the spine. We'll find some shoulder rolls at the top. Maybe take the ear over to the shoulder, to the other side, or roll through center. And then we'll make our way to our Tadasana, our mountain pose. Stacking the body over the heels, tuck the hips forward slightly, draw the chin back. Pull the shoulders back and down the spine and rotate the arms so the palms are forward. We'll close the eyes and take a few deep breaths here. And we'll take a little bit of time for gratitude. Thank yourself for coming to your mat today, for taking this time to refocus your energy, refocus your thoughts, and refocus your movements. To show yourself love and also allow yourself a moment of stillness, of quiet, and being present in the moment. Thank you so very much for joining me today. It is always such a joy and an honor to get to spend this time with you. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Go in love, go in light, go in peace, and go in joy. Now, if you have made it this far, please follow the link down below to my Patreon and check out my levels of support there. Your support means the absolute world to me and allows me to make more videos like this. Be sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons as well if you haven't already. Thank you